Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Let me straighten this out just a little bit. Anyway, ultimately, a woman will either like or reject a man for her own particular reasons. Her own particular reasons. Because usually, when I'm up here talking and everything, or any content creator, anybody telling you about the game of man gets woman, or shoot, woman gets man, can only talk in general terms. We can talk in general terms, but when you get down to it, ultimately, every single woman, she can like a man for a particular reason, or she can reject a man. And I was inspired to do this because there was someone on my Patreon asking, and he wanted some particular reasons why this young lady was flaky on him. And I said, I really don't know. It could be anything. It could be anything. I can't really say. I mean, the only way I would have an idea, really, I would have to know the whole situation. And even then, I still wouldn't have an idea. Because a story I tell a lot is that one young lady. Remember I said that young lady who, despite everything I had going on for me, she didn't have a strong opinion, that strong opinion about my physical appearance. That's back in like fitness body days and stuff, right? Fitness model days. Had that body build, had that education. Because despite what I see on these car videos, Ron got 2 degrees behind his name. Shit, trust me. Like I said, you got a problem. We can always hit a IQ test. Yeah, but car Rom gets a lot done. Gets a lot of money too. So anyway, I'm one of those people who can do both, right? But anyway, right? I had all this going on for me, but she liked me because I went to the store for my grandmother. And I was actually coaching some kids in soccer at the time. And one thing about her, the main reason she liked me, because she liked me for the family-orientated things I was doing. And, not much else. She was more about family and everything, right? But, I was surprised. I'm thinking all this other stuff, right? So I was just like, okay. But then I thought about, as I was thinking about her this morning, because I usually, a little bit I think about the videos I'm going to do. I thought about this other young lady who, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to tear her up, and she knew it. I wasn't missing words about that. I let her know straight up. She had that body head to toe right where I liked it. Had that body, those shapely legs and stuff. Had that booty. Her body was just nice, right? And wanted to tear her ass up. And we went out a few times, but nothing happened. But I never forget what she told me. One time she just snapped on me. She said, Ron, why do you think I'm going to sleep with you, but you keep talking trash about my profession? Which I was. And I knew what a profession was. I just didn't have that much of respect for it. Even to this day, I got a little bit more respect. Just a little bit. I ain't going to tell y'all what the profession is. But she told me, other than that, she was ready to go. But, that was turning her off. And see, my point is, let me give you one more instance, because I told you sometimes comments get held for me to check out and for me to approve. And sometimes even when I approve them, they still don't get up there, because sometimes YouTube will just catch them. But somebody was asking about another content creator and stuff. And, I don't play that. And it's somebody I had met in the real world, And this person was wondering why this particular content creator, apparently the guy didn't like how physically attractive he was. And you know how I am about guys checking out other guys. and everything. It's like, well, he don't practice body game. He ain't this. How he getting women? I don't know, but when I met the person, he had a woman. So it's like, whatever. That was like, that particular woman liked whatever he presented, See, here's the thing ultimately with women. And there's a bigger point to this I'll get into later. But yeah, I can talk in general terms. I can talk body game and all that. But when it get down to it, no matter what I say, and really, even what I say there's always an exception. There's always an exception. And really, everything I talk about is just to increase your odds. But there's always going to be some women who don't want it. Because even in my book, Nice Guys and Players, I said on the back of it, I said, are you a player who can get every woman except the one you want? And I've seen that constantly with players. In fact, that was a reason Alan Roger Curry, may he rest in peace, said he picked up my book. He picked up the book. Now, you know how good Alan is. Mode 1 ain't no joke. Shoot, I needed to be reading his book on it. But he said he picked up mine because he could get every woman except the one he wanted. And see, that's one thing every guy got to realize. Every particular woman, they'll like something or dislike it. You could be one of those Chads or Tyrones, and you could be 6'3", you could have that muscular face, whatever. And a particular, in general, it might get you some attention, but a particular woman might not be feeling it. A particular woman might not like it. Because, like I said, there's some women out there, there's plenty of women out there, they don't want a guy who look better than them. Shoot, they be questioning sexuality. Some women even say they don't want a guy who's going to be in the mirror more than they are. Some women like a guy medium ugly. So if a guy look too good, then again, some women say, well, he just ugly. She don't want him. Now, some of the bigger stuff might seem obvious, but you just don't know. It's a big thing about beard game. That's becoming a major industry. But yet, I know some women who don't like beards on a man. They do not like any facial hair on a man. Then some other women say they do. Some women, you can get some guys, they can get plenty of attention from a woman if they got locks or their hair is long. And some women don't like that. Or if the man's head is shaved bald, They might not like, I said, good pair of shoes, get your dick sucked. Now, I'm saying that in general, but a particular woman might not like your pair of shoes. They can like whatever. And then, here's something that's interesting. A woman could be very attracted to a man and then go out and he just say the wrong thing. All of a sudden, as women would say, instant dryness. Seriously, that happens. It could be anything. It could be, and you could think a woman like you for all this stuff. You could even have money. You could have the, consensus looks. I'm going to say consensus because nothing's objective, but most women thinking you handsome. Like there's a lot of guys out there getting into what they call handsome man game. And a man, he could have all that stuff, and a woman's still like, she's still like, And it'd be something he can't think about what it is. She might have caught him on the wrong day. She could have saw a booger in his nose or something. Seriously. When I talk to some women about why they rejected a guy, it could always be something personal. Even on those balloon pop shows, there was a woman who rejected a guy for being too tall. She's like, dude just kind of looked. Even the host looked. It was like, what? Every other woman be talking about, nah, he too short. One woman said, nah, you just a little bit too tall. See, understand something with women, man. They all got, no matter what, we can always talk in general. And you want to work to increase your odds of getting a particular one. But at the end of the day, every single woman got her own shit. At the end of the day, every single woman got what she likes and don't like. It could be physical, it could be mental. You could say the wrong thing. Because I know plenty of guys that been on a date with a woman, everybody laughing. You say the slightest thing and all of a sudden she ain't as friendly. She is not as friendly. Shit. All of a sudden she ready to go. Shoot, I've had that happen with some women. It could be something like, I know one woman I was working with. I was actually working with, right? And she was a writer too. And she was ultra friendly to me. Ultra friendly. Right? And I was like, okay. But I let her read something I had written. And all of a sudden, she ain't had shit to say to me. I mean, she was kind of angry. Now, I can understand a little bit why it was, because it was on some hardcore black nationalist shit. It's a hardcore something. Right? And well, she wasn't black. So I can kind of understand that, but even then, I still don't really know. It might not have been that. It could have been anything. Now, here's my point with even talking about all of that. You don't know why a woman like you. You don't know why a woman will reject you. The whole point of it is you can't worry about it either way. All you can be is your best self, and then see who's feeling. That's it. You can't get mad or anything. You can't be thinking, oh, why she reject me and all of that. It could have been 1,000 things. You can pay for consultations from 5 different coaches, and they can tell you something, and then it'll be something none of them mentioned. You really don't know. Here's the thing. You can't worry about it. That's why you just be your best self and see who like it. And be yourself and see who like it. Talk about the things you want to talk about and see who like it. You know? Don't get caught up into trying to please a woman, especially if you don't know her. You don't know what she's looking for. You might have some like weird hobby or something. You think, nah, I ain't going to tell her about that. I ain't gonna tell her about that because women don't like that. But she happened to love it. You know? You don't know. Like this very attractive woman I dealt with. In fact, she was, I always give her credit because she was probably the first real woman to really encourage my writing. But I remember we went out and we were talking about UFOs and science fiction. Now, if people see her, they wouldn't think that. Now, of course, some guys... Now, I remember it was a cousin. I was supposed to go out with a woman back in the day, right? And I remember the movie, too. It was Star Trek 3, the Search for Spock, right? I was supposed to meet a woman at a movie theater. She didn't come. She stood me up. And I remember my cousin said, well, women don't like science fiction. Yet, here I'm at a few years, I say... years later, I'm sitting there at a table with this very beautiful woman. Like, she in her 50s now and still gorgeous. Like, she's even been in some Hollywood movies. Like, bit parts and shit, right? And she talking about all of that stuff. She lacing me with it. She was lacing me with it. Or, you know, you get somebody say, well, women don't like comic books. Yet I remember when I was in college, you know, came back to my dorm, there was one of the finer young ladies on campus laying on my bed going through my comic books. Look, here's my point with all of this, right? You really don't know. As a man, all you can be is yourself. If a woman don't like it, you don't like it. It's better that you just be yourself, be straight up, be honest about what you into, what you like and don't like, because you don't know that it might catch that woman's attention. Now, at the same time, she might reject you for it. Okay, fine, she doing you a favor. Because a woman always going to reject you for something, but you never know what it could be small about you that she is liking. You know? I remember one summer I was working with this young lady, and she wasn't feeling me until I happened to wear a certain outfit to work one day. And she was like, yeah, you fine now. You know? I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to keep that stance and everything. But I just had the hookup. She was feeling. She was feeling. You know, she was looking for something in particular. But see, I always understand any woman's looking for something in particular. You can't, I mean, you can do some general stuff, like, you know, keep yourself in shape, you know, let the barber bless you, do all that stuff. Stay looking good, you know, doing your best. But at the end of the day, a woman can like or dislike it. Because even when you do all that stuff, like I said, a woman might not like it. You can be like ultra handsome and a woman might be like, nah, he look too good. You know? You might think you got to get a certain car. I knew this woman, she said this guy that was trying to get with her and stuff, like got her motorcycles and stuff, trying to impress her. And she was like, she didn't really care. You know? She ain't really care. She looked at some other stuff when she was checking out men. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what a particular woman is checking out. Like that guy who got a motorcycle thinking, trying to impress some women. He should only got a motorcycle if that's what he want to ride. Like, do what you want to do at the end of the day. Because even if you like some bum dude, like looking raggedy and stuff. Now, in general, most women ain't going for it. But you might get that one who might. You might get that one who might. Because I had mentioned before that a friend of mine who was facing prison, right? He was facing prison. So I took him to this party so, you know, he could get some before he was sentenced. He actually beat the case, though. Like I said, it was one of those that might be in a law book somewhere. Because even his own attorney thought he was guilty, but said, you know, this is a perfect case. But anyway, right? And I mentioned, I took him to a party. Dude had a shirt buttoned down to his navel. Had tight pants on, some cowboy boots. He looked like a straight Bama, I ain't gonna lie. He looked like a straight... And he also didn't have upper teeth. Yet, I took him to the party anyway. I said, I ain't look at him and say, oh yeah, well, now you had some trouble, now you need change. I just said, whatever. And there was a couple women rejected him at first. They didn't want to talk to him. But one got in a conversation. And I swear they just talked. And he didn't move his head for they talked for maybe about 3 hours straight. I actually took a nap at the party waiting for him and stuff. Because I said, yeah, I'm going to let him get it. Then he eventually came over to me and said, hey, yeah, Rom, she gonna drive me home. I was like, okay. All right, bye. But it was whatever he had, whatever he said, it's something that she liked. Like I said, there was some other women that rejected him, but he just wanted some pussy. And that's what he got. That's what he got. He was determined, you know, and my point, you know, what I was saying earlier, look, as a man, look, you like what you like, you be who you are, you still want to be your best version. And really, what I always say, your main relationship is with yourself. You want to be your best version for yourself, you know? Even when I talk about body game, you got to get a body that you're comfortable with. Because every woman ain't comfortable with the same body, like I was saying the yesterday. You know, different people like different types, different women like different types. You know, like this guy trying to talk some shit about this other content creator. I was like, I saw his woman. She was fine as shit. Apparently that's what she liked. You know? You know, and that's all that mattered. As long as she liked it, shit. All that other shit, it wasn't even worth worrying about. You know? But dude, one thing I'll say about dude's just him. Because you don't know. You don't know what a woman is like in physically. You don't know what they like in personality-wise. You don't know what type of guy can get into her heart. You don't know. And you can't really go up here thinking, oh yeah, you just gonna please a woman. Ultimately, you gotta just say, this is what you like to wear. This is what you gonna wear. And you wearing it because you like it. Like, during, I've got some polo shirts and, some nice shirts. But other than the polo shirts, I can't tell what I got. But I liked how they look. Shoot, they store brand shirts. I ain't gonna lie. They store brand shirts. Some people asking me too. I say, this is just a store brand. Go to this particular store, you can get it. You know? You don't know. Shoot. I remember a woman, she was checking out my fingers and stuff, seeing, because she liked guys who worked hard. Work with their hands and shit. You don't know what a particular woman like. So you can't worry about it. You can't sit around and be like, well, I'm going to do this for this or whatever. Because I don't care what you got. The best you can do is find something that most are going to like, or that you found some success with, but there's still somebody who ain't going to like it. And then there's somebody who's still going to like it, right? So, it is what it is. So a particular woman, she going to like what she like. She going to reject what she going to reject. You don't worry about it. You just be your best and just go with that, all right? You just go with that. So anyway, that's all I got for today, yo. And I'll get back with y'all. Tomorrow, all right? Peace, y'all.